All right, folks, let's get started. The group quieted slightly, though an undercurrent of overlapping chatter and laughter still buzzed in the background. How's everyone doing? The leader asked, his tone upbeat and brimming with enthusiasm. Look who's back this year, Pee-wee, someone called out from the crowd, followed by a round of applause and a few cheers. Welcome back, another voice chimed in, and Pee-wee, a wiry man with a crooked grin, gave a humble nod as he adjusted his cap. Hey, little pickle, someone teased, ruffling Troy's hair. The younger man grinned sheepishly. I miss Troy, another voice added, earning an exaggerated groan from the young man himself. The leader clapped his hands, redirecting everyone's focus. Last year, we did great getting the pregnant females out of the area, and that's still our top priority. He glanced around, making eye contact with each team member. Troy, I've got the head, someone shouted, a note of urgency in their voice, breaking the momentary pause. The group shifted their attention to Troy, who deftly handled a writhing snake. He's curling up on you, another warned, pointing at the snake's coiling movement. 69 eggs, wow, someone else muttered, a mix of awe and concern in their voice. The leader raised his voice again, commanding attention. But we can't forget about the younger snakes, the 2 to 4 year olds, that are nearing breeding age. Next year, they'll be the breeders, so we need to be extra careful. A murmur of agreement rippled through the group as the leader continued. These younger ones move much faster than the older ones. They're more agile, more unpredictable. The snakes are multiplying, someone muttered grimly. But look at us, we're not, the leader quipped, sparking a round of laughter. He gestured toward Dusty, a tall man standing near the back of the group. Dusty's got a solid plan this year, and he's brought some local friends on board. They've shown me some new hunting spots I've never explored. There's a lot of valuable information there, and we can definitely use it to our advantage. Dusty gave a small wave, his serious expression softening slightly under the spotlight. The leader took a deep breath and scanned the group. This is a team effort. Let's bring in some of these other hunters and make this a success. Everyone ready? The group erupted in a mix of cheers and determined nods, the atmosphere charged with purpose and camaraderie. We need to start listening to folks out there, the leader said, pacing in front of the group with an air of determination. His voice carried the weight of someone who had been through it all before and was ready to do it again. Gathering locations, noting what they're seeing and hearing, it's all critical. Every bit of intel goes into our database blender, and once we sort through it, it makes us better hunters. The group nodded, their expressions a mix of focus and excitement. A veteran hunter leaned in to share a few whispered words with a rookie, offering last-minute advice. All right, let's give it 100% like we always do, the leader continued, clapping his hands together. Lace up your running shoes, boys. A voice from the back shot back. Yeah, you too. Laughter rippled through the group, breaking the tension for a moment. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3, let's roll. A resounding cheer echoed through the clearing as the group dispersed, their energy palpable. I'm back in the Everglades with you, old man, one of the hunters said, clapping Pee-wee on the back. Pee-wee grinned, his face lighting up with pride. Yeah, and Pee-wee's got a beautiful baby girl at home now, another hunter added, teasing him. Pee-wee's grin widened. Funny enough, he said, her and Tez must have been drinking from the same glass of water. Tez is pregnant too. The group erupted in a mix of cheers and playful jabs, celebrating the unexpected news. Let's see if I still remember how to do this, another hunter said with a wry smile as she adjusted her gloves. Her voice carried a hint of nervousness, though she hid it well. It's been a while since I grabbed a snake. I'll admit, I'm a bit more cautious than I was 2 years ago. Being a new mom does that to you. Pee-wee nodded knowingly. There's a lot of room for error out here, he said, his tone serious. Last year, we caught quite a few massive females back here. The woman continued, glancing around at the familiar terrain. The dense foliage and twisting waterways brought a wave of memories flooding back. This is a great spot to get back in the groove and ease into it. My first introduction to python hunting was right here. The group fell into a comfortable rhythm, their banter giving way to focused preparation. Each hunter checked their gear, adjusted their packs, and exchanged final words of encouragement. The Everglades stretched out before them, a wild and unpredictable expanse. The hunt was on. My first introduction to python hunting was pretty rough, she said with a faint laugh, though the memory still sent a chill down her spine. Mr. Troy got brutally bitten on the hand. There was blood everywhere. It scared the daylights out of me. You all right, man? Someone had asked Troy at the time, concern etched across their face. Oh yeah, I'm fine, Troy had replied with a shrug, though his hand was wrapped in a hastily applied bandage, crimson seeping through. Even now, that memory lingered in the back of her mind, unshakable. She paused, taking a deep breath to steady herself. I've got a few butterflies in my stomach, she admitted, brushing a strand of hair out of her eyes. But I know I'll have to push them down and power through. Feeling a bit nervous? Pee-wee asked, his tone gentle. She nodded. Yeah, it's been 2 years since Pee-wee's been out here. When you've been away for a while, it takes time to get back in the groove and find your rhythm. We'll just have to see how it plays out. The group was quiet for a moment, the weight of the task ahead settling over them like the dense Florida heat. I know I need to dig deep and stick with it, she continued, determination flashing in her eyes. But I'm excited. I'm ready to get back out here with Mr. Troy and do what we do best, saving the glades. It's a hot one today, huh? Someone remarked, wiping sweat from their brow. Yeah, scorching, another replied, tilting their hat back to get some air. Suddenly, one of the hunters, P, crouched low, peering intently into the tall grass. Look in here, P. You see that? Looks like a little trail right here, P said, pointing. Oh yeah, the leader asked, moving closer. Right there, right there, P exclaimed, his voice rising with urgency. Where? What direction? Right at you, where you're standing. The group tensed, scanning the area. The grass swayed gently in the humid breeze, taller than most of their heads. You sure it was a snake? Someone asked skeptically, their voice tinged with nervous energy. Yeah, it was a snake. P shot back, incredulous. What do you think? I'm diving into the weeds for nothing. Laughter broke the tension momentarily, but everyone knew the stakes. Weapons and tools were readied, and the group advanced cautiously into the towering grass, adrenaline coursing through their veins. The Everglades were alive with possibilities and dangers. It made its way in here somewhere, Troy muttered, his voice tinged with frustration as he scanned the area. The dense undergrowth swayed slightly, the only sign of the elusive python they'd been tracking. Man, I'm disappointed, he added, letting out a long breath. One of the others clapped him on the shoulder. But we can't give up, they said firmly. A loss is always tough out here. It's disheartening, but you just have to pick yourself up, dust off, and keep going. Troy nodded, straightening his shoulders. This area's a bit open, huh? He asked, glancing around. Yeah, came the reply. We just need patience. The group fell quiet, their movements becoming more deliberate as they scanned every shadow and ripple in the grass. Whispering, that's the good stuff. Suddenly, one of them froze, eyes wide. Dude, hey, snake. Oh my God, he's right here. Hey, someone shouted, the urgency cutting through the air. Come here. What do you got? Another called out, rushing to their side. Oh yeah? He's stuck in the vines, someone exclaimed, pointing to where the snake's powerful body was tangled among the twisting plants. You can probably get him. Grab him, Pee-wee, someone urged. Pee-wee said, shaking his head, his voice betraying both amusement and apprehension. Grab him. Pee-wee yelped as the snake thrashed, its head lunging wildly. Watch out, Pee-wee, watch him, someone shouted. You're crazy, old man, Pee-wee retorted, dodging another strike. Whoa, GOL. The group burst into laughter, the tension momentarily breaking. I'll be honest, one of the hunters admitted later, catching their breath. It took a lot for me to grab that first snake. Ever since I had my baby, it feels like something changed in my instincts. It's going to take some time to get back into it. The group nodded in understanding as they regrouped. One of them chimed in, one of the first things you learn as an outdoorsman is patience. It's essential for being in the woods and hunting. But with pythons, patience is a completely different game. The group moved on, their spirits bolstered. Look at this big bed right here, someone said, pointing to a large, flattened area in the grass. with a trail heading out over there. Oh, yeah, check out the trail, another replied. That's a really good sign. Yeah, we're definitely in the right spot. Hey, come look at this, someone called out excitedly. Oh, they like this area, man. Another agreed, crouching down to inspect the signs. It's cool. This is where you've got to check the trees, someone added, glancing upward. I keep forgetting to look up. We're so used to scanning the ground for these things, another admitted with a laugh. Suddenly, someone shouted, Oh, P, look over here. Look, look. Hurry. Oh, yes, someone cried as the group converged on the spot. Troy laughs. Watch out. Be careful, P. Don't let him bite you. Watch it. Watch it, Pee-wee. I'll get his attention. You grab him. Dude, that thing is mad, someone exclaimed as the snake thrashed violently. Grab him, P. This is your chance. With a final burst of energy, the group wrestled the snake into submission. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about, someone shouted triumphantly. Hey, there you go. All right, awesome, someone said, their voice filled with pride. Good job. As they secured the snake, the group exchanged smiles and high fives, the sense of camaraderie and accomplishment palpable. They had faced another challenge and come out on top, a testament to their skill, patience, and teamwork. I'm getting the hang of it again? Huh? Pee-wee said with a tentative smile, her confidence visibly growing. She wiped the sweat from her brow, glancing back at the team as they regrouped. When we caught our first snake of the day, Pee-wee seemed a little nervous, Troy admitted, his voice carrying a mixture of pride and reassurance. But now, after catching a couple of them, she's back in the groove. Still, it's better to be safe than sorry. I keep reminding Pee-wee to stay cautious and take her time. Pee-wee chuckled, shaking her head. When I first got here, I was terrified, she said honestly. Getting back into the swing of things has been a process. I've caught a couple of small males so far, but the big ones still make me nervous. We'll see how I handle that when the time comes. The group moved cautiously through the thick terrain, the grass brushing against their legs and the uneven ground, making every step a calculated effort. This terrain is nasty, Pee-wee muttered, scanning the area. I think we should dip off to the side here. It's a bit unnerving when you can't even see your own toes. I'm definitely feeling some pressure and nerves right now, she admitted, adjusting her grip on her tools. But I've got something to prove. If you're going after these snakes, you've got to be all in to win. Troy nodded. Hunting them feels like searching for a needle in a haystack, he said, kicking aside a patch of grass. Pee-wee smirked. But I'm learning what to look for. I'll tell you that. Suddenly, her eyes lit up. Ooh, this spot looks promising, she said, crouching low to inspect the ground. Hold up, Troy said, his voice rising. Holy crap, Mr. Troy. Pee-pee, come over here, someone shouted. It's right here. Whoa, Pee-wee exclaimed, pointing. Look, the tail's over there. Yeah, he's right there. The group tensed as they moved in closer. Pee-wee, someone urged. Hold on, she said, steadying herself. Are you going to try to catch him here? Yeah, Troy said, his voice calm and measured. He can't see me back here. Hold on. I'll grab the tail and pull him out. Ooh, Pee-wee breathed, watching closely. Man, look at how well they camouflaged. Okay, P, I'm pulling him out, Troy called. Oh, Pee-wee gasped as the snake's body writhed into view. Come into the opening over here, Troy shouted. All right, I'm coming, Pee-wee replied, adrenaline surging through her veins. Hurry, P. This is your chance. I.e. Wit. Pee-wee yelped, grabbing at the snake. Come on, P, grab it. She muttered, her hands finally finding a firm grip. Grab him. Come on. I'm not letting him go. There you go, someone cheered. Whoa, good job. Laughs gotcha, Pee-wee exclaimed, holding up the writhing snake triumphantly. Girl, you've got sharp eyes, Troy said, beaming with pride. Good job. I saw him as soon as you pointed him out, but if he'd been another 10 feet away, we never would have spotted him. The group examined the snake closely. It looked swollen, someone noted. Might have something in there, maybe 40 or 50 eggs, Troy speculated. Pee-wee took a deep breath, her hands still, trembling slightly. I managed to do what I needed to, and I'm really proud of myself for that, she said, her voice steady with satisfaction. Good job, P. Good job, someone said, patting her on the back. Troy laughed, a mixture of relief and exhaustion. That's it for today. Hunting is over. Haha. As the group began to pack up, Troy turned to Pee-wee with a grin. She really surprised me. She did even better than I expected. She did great. I think she's back to 100% now. He paused, shaking his head with a laugh. My nerves, though, they're completely shot. The team erupted in laughter, their camaraderie stronger than ever after a successful and intense day in the wild Everglades.